Traveler's Tales LEGO series is probably one of the series that has gotten the most releases on the Vita of any other series to date. The Vita has a lot of different LEGO titles at its disposal, from LEGO Lord of the Rings and LEGO The Hobbit, to LEGO Marvel Superheroes, to LEGO Batman 2 and LEGO Batman 3. However, a lot of these games have gotten a lot of criticism from the fan base, because a lot of the handheld LEGO games as of late have used an isometric point of view and have been very watered down compared to the console versions. The last LEGO game to come out on the Vita was LEGO Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, and it raised the bar by a lot. The big question would be, will Traveler's Tales and TT Games keep up this streak, or will they go back to what they were doing before? Today, we are here to find that answer. I have a review today for the newest LEGO game on the Vita, and the second LEGO game in the NInjago franchise. Here is my video review of the PS Vita and PlayStation TV compatible game, LEGO NInjago Shadow of Ronin. Shadow of Ronin is the second handheld exclusive LEGO game that takes place in the universe of the LEGO NInjago TV series. Unlike the first LEGO game, which was LEGO NInjago Nindroids, Shadow of Ronin does not retell episodes of the TV show. Instead, it shows a brand new story that takes place between seasons 4 and 5 of the show. Shadow of Ronin showcases the four ninjas going through a training session when a masked enemy by the name of Ronin steals their memories by the use of a weapon called the Obsidian Glaive. In order to stop Ronin from unleashing a greater evil onto the world, the ninjas must then travel the world to create obsidian weapons of their own to gain back their powers and memories. The story of this game isn't incredibly deep, but it will serve for at least a few laughs, especially if you're a fan of the TV series. Speaking of that, it is highly advised that you check out the TV series before you go into this game. Although this isn't retelling part of the TV series, there are a lot of different terms, enemies, and characters that won't be overly explained to you as you play through the game that TV series fans will know about. Again, you can enjoy this game without knowing the TV series, but it is highly advised that you at least check out part of the TV series before you dive into this game. As with other games in the series, LEGO NInjago Shadow of Ronin is a mashup of a platforming game, a puzzle game, and a beat-em-up action game. You will go through your various levels, free roaming around the environment, jumping across various platforms, solving puzzles, and defeating enemies to get to the next area. The one thing you'll need to know is that you have stages to go through, and you also have a base of operations, which is LEGO Ninjago Island. The island is different from the stages because it is a very large open environment where you'll be flying an elemental dragon around this area to explore, to find various statues and other things to interact with to unlock characters, as well as finding various different landscapes and landmarks to be able to go to the next set of missions. It is also worth noting that the shop is here. It's not a physical location you can go to, but you just hit the pause menu, and when you're going between missions, you can use the shop to unlock various artwork, characters, and bonus content. As you play through the stages, you will notice that each chapter is comprised of 3 different levels, and there are 2 different types of levels you'll be able to go through. The first type is the riding or flying missions, where you will be driving a specific type of vehicle like a motorbike or a jet, or even flying an elemental dragon as you go through environments in a very flight simulator fashion to go through an area, fight off enemies, collect studs, and get to the next area so you can get on to the next stage. The other type of level that will be much more abundant is the default type of LEGO level that everybody is already used to, where you will be traveling through 3D environments in parties of 2 to destroy everything in your path to collect studs, as well as fighting off waves of enemies, platforming across various areas, and solving puzzles to be able to go to the next area. As with other LEGO games, there are Ninjago specific features in the game, and there are various interactable objects that only certain characters can do, and certain ways you can do it, like jumping onto a spinning platform and using spin jitsu to move something. The biggest thing to note is how the game plays. Unlike LEGO NInjago Nindroids, Shadow of Ronin completely ditches the isometric perspective and shows an experience that feels very much like a home console LEGO game. While there are still gold brick challenges through each level, the speedrun challenges have been removed, and all in all, it feels more like a hybrid between the handheld games and the console games. It plays like a console game, but has a few elements from the handheld games thrown into the mix as well. All in all, the game has 30 levels, which is only one level fewer than Nindroid's had, so there's plenty for you to play through. However, each of these levels only takes about 8 to 10 minutes, so you shouldn't expect a single playthrough of the game to take more than 4, 5, 6 hours, and that is doubled if you want to go back. However, 4 to 6 hours is about the time for a single playthrough, which makes this one of the shortest LEGO games available on the Vita, about the same length as the last NInjago game. As far as the presentation is concerned, there is both good and bad here. More good than bad, but there is a little bit bad. First of all, the environments are pretty much flawless as far as graphics are concerned. Everything looks crisp and clear, and you won't be seeing hardly any jagged edges anywhere. The character models, however, tried to eliminate jagged edges in a way that the character models are more detailed, but there is a blur around them. If you look very closely, you will see a lot of blurring around the character models, which is probably where a few jagged edges would be. However, this blur does make the character models look not quite as good. As far as everything else is concerned, the game plays very well on both the Vita and the PlayStation TV. There isn't any lag or slowdown to be concerned with. There is a few seconds of waiting time when you're trying to pause the game, but all in all, it plays very well on the Vita. Shadow of Ronin is the Vita's newest LEGO game and the second game in the NInjago franchise. On the downside, the game isn't very long and there are some blur effects in the character models. Past this is a handheld LEGO game that feels like a console LEGO game that any LEGO or NInjago fan can enjoy, be it on the go with the Vita or on the big screen with the PlayStation TV. PlayStation Vita Reviews rates LEGO NInjago Shadow of Ronin an 8 out of 10. If you'd like to discuss this further, feel free to go to the comment section or head to our forum at forum.vitareviews.net. Thank you.